This is Inside Indiana Business Radio for the morning of Thursday, August 17th, 2023. I'm Kate Sharon. LEA Professional has set out to flip the way the audio industry operates. The company, which develops professional-grade amplifiers and sound systems, has grown rapidly since its founding nearly 5 years ago and attributes its success to an innovative product and a customer-driven model. LEA Professional's product line includes several variations of amplifiers, as well as a full suite of cloud-based services, meaning the company's sound controls can be accessed remotely and entirely online. Customer service teams working from South Bend can often assist clients live over the phone without having to call out a tech team, saving clients time and money. The company markets its product to commercial businesses like restaurants, live event venues, and hotels, as well as private residences with home theaters or sound systems. CEO Blake Augsburger.
So if you look at our dealer base, our distributor base, we're still growing exponentially and probably will continue to do that for the next couple of years.
Unlike its competitors during the pandemic, LEA Professional also maintained access to some difficult-to-source materials and was able to continue installing new systems while some other companies dropped off. That translated to an influx of new clients. In the years since, LEA Professional has continued to grow, doubling in size each year for the last 3 years, its founder said. The company is hiring, and Augsburger expects he will have 40 employees by the end of the year. Minnesota-based Arrowhead Engineered Products will lay off 52 workers and close its Jasper facility. The layoffs will commence on or within 2 weeks after October 14th. Workers employed there are not part of a union. Fort Wayne-based American Sealants Incorporated will break ground Thursday on its second expansion in as many years. The company tells Inside Indiana Business the 30,000 square foot addition will be used for warehousing and will allow for an expanded manufacturing footprint. ASI manufactures and packages adhesives and sealants for a variety of markets. The company was acquired by Houston-based Meridian Adhesives Group in December 2021. 3 months prior to the acquisition, ASI announced a nearly $3 million expansion at its Allen County facility, with plans to add about 30 jobs by the end of 2024. A spokesperson for ASI says that expansion has been completed. From the #1 source for Indiana business news, this is Inside Indiana Business Radio.
For 25 years, we've had the honor of telling the story of Indiana business. More than 1,300 shows, 8,000 interviews. We've traveled from Valparaiso to Versailles, Fort Wayne to Fort Branch, and everywhere in between. And we are just getting started. Our team is passionate about Indiana business because your story is worth telling. Join us every week as we travel the state to bring you Indiana's story. Inside Indiana Business, 25 years and counting.
Indiana students' reading scores have been virtually unchanged for 3 years, according to new test data, underscoring fears about students' struggles to recover from the pandemic. IIB's Alex Brown has the story.
More than 4 out of 5 third graders, just under 82%, passed the Indiana Reading Exam, known as iRead, in 2023. Yet that's approximately the same rate as in 2021 and 2022, and several percentage points below the passing rate from 2019, when 87.3% of all students passed the test. The results released by the state on Wednesday tell a similar story to scores released last month from the statewide assessment for grades 3 through 8, the iLearn exam. Both exams showed student performance has stagnated in reading over the last 3 years. The iRead scores come as the state undertakes an overhaul of literacy instruction to implement the science of reading, a body of research that emphasizes 5 pillars of literacy that help students decode words in an effort to improve students' reading skills. The state this year has pushed to align its curriculum and teacher training methods to the science of reading. As part of that effort, a pilot program placed literacy instructional coaches in 54 schools during the 2022-23 academic year in order to help teachers train on reading science principles. The pass rate among those schools was 71.8%, an approximately 1.8 percentage point increase from 2022. Alex Brown, Inside Indiana Business Radio.
A temporary restraining order has been granted in one of the first lawsuits following Indiana's new statute on physician non-compete agreements. Dr. David Langford, an Allen County pediatric intensivist, filed the lawsuit against his former employer, Lutheran Medical Group, to stop it from enforcing a non-compete clause after he terminated his employment agreement for cause. Langford alleges that Lutheran Medical Group continues to interfere with his attempts to provide care to children at another healthcare system in Fort Wayne. On Tuesday, Allen Superior Judge Craig Bobay granted the temporary restraining order and stated it will remain in effect until the court rules on the motion for preliminary injunction. Indiana-based Foster Success provides financial, educational, and social support for young people transitioning out of foster care. The not-for-profit announced Wednesday that it will extend these services into 3 additional states: Arizona, Ohio, and Maryland. The organization has created a new nonprofit, Foster Success Education Services, to oversee the work in other states, and it's hiring staff in each location, 3 in Arizona, 3 in Ohio, and 1 in Maryland, as well as 1 new staff member in Indiana. Foster Success Education Services is now managing federally funded education and training voucher programs in each of the 3 new states. This program provides academic and financial support to young adults in foster care or those who have left the system and are enrolled in qualified college, university, or other education programs. Indiana Adjutant General R. Dale Lyles is this week's guest on the Business and Beyond podcast with Gary Dick, presented by PNC, a weekly conversation with high-profile Hoosiers in business, sports, and entertainment, and beyond. Available now from your favorite podcast provider. I'm Kate Sharon for Inside Indiana Business, Radio on Demand.